Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Lilian from Kenya to Montana, USA. Thank you so much for your continuous support. For those who have subscribed, those who watch, you leave a comment, you like my page. Thank you so much. For those who have not subscribed, please go to YouTube, search for Lilian from Kenya to Montana, USA, and subscribe. I appreciate your support, and today I just want to talk about, let's laugh. We just laugh. There are those things when I sit down and think about them, I feel like I need to laugh. I wouldn't call them culture shock, but they're just things I didn't know. I was new to some things. They're not culture shocks. People are used to these things, but because I was new, it's even back from Kenya to this place. So thank you so much, especially those who leave advices. You see, niko na ka microphone. My voice inakwanga very low. My voice is very low on this channel. So you advised me to buy this thing here, and I've done so. Hopefully you can now hear me without struggling a lot, without straining. And you know, I speak softly with low tone because I'm a last born. Najua last born huwa hatushautiwi na hatushautangi. So last born we talk very softly. Thank you so much. And today let's just laugh about these things that I encountered on my way here, all the way from Kenya, even before I started booking air ticket to this place. So let's go. The first thing started when I traveled to USA to do the NCLEX exam. I went to the, this was my first in my lifetime to board a plane. So going to South Africa was my first trip. Now on this plane, you know how I was up there, and then I stayed with a full bladder for like 3 hours. I didn't want to go to the bathroom because I don't know how it's done. I'm even afraid of just standing up and walking to the bathroom. So I thought I'll just hold my bladder. I'll not pee. I'll just hold until I get to South Africa, because it's like 4.5 hours time. Then I go to the bathrooms. But now it came to a point that I was almost peeing on myself, so I had to stand, and then I went to the bathroom. I asked those ladies there, they showed me where the bathroom was, and I went there. There was no problem going to the bathroom, but now came when I was still there. I had just started peeing, and then the turbulence, we had turbulence. I was like peeing like this, just the pees go. The full bladder it's really full, and it needs to be released. There's no way I'm going to control it anywhere. No. It has to come out. So the turbulence were like, I was just swinging my urine everywhere, like shwa. And then when I finished, I was afraid to get out of that toilet because the turbulence are still there. I don't know how I'm going to walk from there to my seat. But then I said, what if something bad happens to me here? Let me just go. Even if I fall there, people will be seeing me. To my shock, when I opened the door, there were two ladies there, the air hostels. They were waiting for me. So I was like, I've been staying inside this toilet, just afraid of coming out, and people are waiting for me to take me back to my seat. They had known me. The staffs actually, thanks to my brother who works there, some of them know me. So they were waiting for me outside there, two of them, to help me get to my seat. But then I managed. Somebody just held my hand, and I went to my seat. I always remember this, and I'm like, culture shock. It was culture shock for me because this was my first time to board a plane, and now dramas are happening. And then another thing I saw, like when you finish, it flushes itself and there's no water there. So I was so scared to death. But I made it through. I went to South Africa. Okay, now we are in South Africa. I went to my hotel was in the Radisson Blue Hotel in South Africa. Okay, it's evening, it's around 6 p.m. and it's already dark outside. It's very dark, it looks like 10 p.m. So I'm getting to my hotel, I've opened the door, but now, how do I turn on the lights? It's dark inside the room, I don't know how to turn on the lights. So I'm in the darkness with my phone torch. So I'm trying to find out where the switch is. I didn't see any. I tried those ones that are far. They were not turning on the lights. So I was like, now what the hell is this? You know, I'm just from being frustrated in the toilet in the plane. Now in the hotel, I can't even turn on the lights. And there was no way I was going down to the reception because I'll get lost. Those elevators, the lifts, they were the kind of I've never seen. I've never operated. Now, they're not like the ones I know, the ones I've been to in Kenya. So it was just a tough time. So what I did was to call my husband through WhatsApp and tell him, you know, I'm in darkness. I cannot even switch on the lights. I'm just in this room. It's too dark. There's nothing I can do. And then he told me, get your card and insert on this. He was instructing me. We were on a video call, instructing me to go with a card, with a hotel card and place somewhere at the door. Then when I just placed there and then there came the lights. It was bright everywhere. Another thing, after that one is done, so the AC was on. It was so cold. So I don't like cold weather, so I wanted to switch it off or turn the heater on, and in fact I messed it. It became now more cold. I was like shivering. I didn't want to go to the reception because I was afraid I'm going to lose this. I will get lost again. I had get lost fast. I haven't told you about that with the elevators. So I didn't want to call my husband again. What I did, I just got there, took some coffee and went into my bed, nikajifunika. So many things till morning. I woke up, just went to the hotel and slept the whole night because of it was freezing inside that hotel. It was really freezing. So I woke up, it was at least better. Outside was warmer, and so I opened some books and I tried to go through some books. That's it. Another thing, I went to the same day now, the following day. Okay, the night I've woken up when it's freezing, that day, the very day I was doing the exam at 3 p.m. So I went to the exam room. Of course, I got lost a little bit, but managed to get to the exam room on time. I did my exam. I finished it early before time, and then I decided, let me do the extra questions because they were survey questions for the new generation. I did those questions, and then it was dark. I didn't know time was moving. So it was 2 p.m. It was 8 p.m. I was the last one there. So I just logged up out of the computer and started going to my hotel, Radisson Blue. So from the place we are doing the exam to Radisson Blue is not too far. It's a walking distance. So, but I got out of that place, I think from the wrong door, or I don't know what direction I took, and I got lost. It was so dark outside, it was raining, and I'm lost. It's 2 p.m. I'm lost in South Africa. I decided I'm not going to ask any man for this day. I'm not going to tell any man that I'm lost. I'm going to look for a woman. And that was the biggest mistake I did. I looked for a lady. I asked her, I stay in Radisson Blue and I'm just new here. I'm new here, but I stay in the Radisson Blue. Can you show me the direction to that hotel? Wait. This lady told me this. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you out of your mind? Can't you go and look for policemen and report that you are lost? It was the worst day I ever had. I had a bad experience in South Africa. Apart from passing exam, the rest was just bad experience. So I left her, I just continued walking. You know, I'm walking as I get lost. I found police, not the policeman, the security guy, a man. I told him I'm going to this place and this place, Radisson Blu. And he told me, look behind you. I turned and looked behind me, and that was the Radisson Blu Hotel. I was just behind it. So I walked across and went to my hotel. I got to my room, and immediately I wanted to see whether I passed exam or not. I logged in. I did. There's a trick we do to see whether you've passed or not. I did that trick, and here I had passed. I went straight to my bed again with my freezing hotel room. I slept and waited in the morning. So I knew that my flight was at 12 midday. But my driver came to pick me around 8 a.m. So I'm just doing my things. I'm not even ready, and I scare the phone call. Hi, I'm down here. I need to take you to the airport. And I thought, maybe I did not check well. So I asked him, can you give me like 10 minutes? Yes. Put everything into my bag. Sure. No food, no nothing. Just took a shower. Thank God I had already taken a shower. So just put everything together, and then sure. I left the hotel. I joined my driver. I didn't even go for breakfast. And then on the way to the airport, I asked him, I thought I saw that my flight is at 12 midday. So is it not too early going at 8 a.m.? Maybe it could be like 2 hours too. And then he told me, maybe he is the one who confused. And it's true, he's the one who had confused. And he told me, I can take you back to the hotel so you can have your breakfast, and then I'll come for you. I told him, no, let's just go because I've already checked out. So he went and he dropped me in the airport, and he told me to go and buy some coffee. He directed me how to go and buy some coffee or something to eat for the breakfast. Yeah, I went. That airport was so cold. It's too cold. It's like the American airports, but now the difference is these American airports, they are heaters, so it's warm. It's warm. You don't feel this cold. It was cold. I went there. I bought the first coffee. I finished. I bought the second coffee. I finished. You know, it is 8. And my flight is at 12. I stayed there and just online doing my shit there, and we are done with the Kenyan, let's say African shocks. Now, when the day came to, I have to come to America. Now, the first place I got a culture shock or what? Something related to culture shock. It's just I didn't know. It's not a culture shock because everybody else knows apart from me. So I was in Paris. What is it called? Paris, in France, airport. And I wanted to go to get something, the gate that I was to go to. So I didn't know the direction. I went to ask those who were at the reception. To my surprise, nobody knew English at that place. Nobody knew English. Like, we were not communicating. I'm showing them this is where I'm going to, but we were not communicating. It was early, around 6 a.m. So I don't know what was happening, why there was nobody to speak English or any interpreter there. So I just said, okay. I started walking away. I walked the direction. There's a direction I just walked, and lucky to, yani venye Mungu ananipenda, God loves me so much. I met my former workmate, Aza Midao. I met Aza Midao there. She was talking to someone. So you know her, she's used to these things. She stayed in America for a very long time, very many years, and we used to work with her in Aga Khan, Mombasa. So we meet, and you know, I tell her I'm going. This is my first place, my first time here. I'm lost. I'm going to this place. You know, she took me to the gate. Be blessed, Aza Midao. Where? Paris, France. Anyway, now I've reached America. I've gone to my first destination was in Florida for the transition program. It's a 6-week program. Guys, I was in the same house with their houses with these houses are for 6 people. So I was the only Kenyan, only African, with 5 Filipinos. Be blessed where you are. The 5 Filipinos, we shared the same house. Guys, there is no English. No English was spoken in this house, you know. I don't understand Filipino. Philippine language, I don't understand. But now I'm there alone, and people are communicating in their language. You don't know how stressed this life can be for all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. I'm inside there. You don't know whether people are talking ill about you or they are talking just their own. But I just told God, just give me the strength. I'm not going to do anything. I want to finish the I want to finish this transition program and go to Montana. Where I want to be is in Montana, not here in Florida. So English now, language was a problem here. They know, everybody knows English. Most of them are from UK, from these developed countries, few from Philippine land, but nobody was willing to speak English. I don't know if you have been in that state, how you feel. You feel out of place. You feel like, Anyway, now it came to a day. You know, I'm asthmatic. I have allergies, so many allergies. I sneezed one day. I just sneezed. It was not even the sneezing that I used to sneeze back in my country. I sneezed in the morning. And then I went to my friend's house. It was a Saturday. And then I know there was a party, beach party, which they went to attend. When they came in the evening, they came earlier than me. I think they had decided that because I was sneezing, I had to do a COVID test to prove to them that I'm free of COVID. Can you imagine? You are talking of racist with Americans, my friend. We are on racism. So they came back. When I came, I used to leave my friend's house at around 11 p.m. because I was going to come. Even if I come early, people are talking their own language I don't understand. So I rather stay there and come late just to sleep. So I came around 11, and my roommate, you know, this house was like one room has 3 people, another room has 1 person, and these are just a house with 3 bedrooms. So the first bedroom has 3 people, the second bedroom has 2 people, and the last bedroom has 1 person. So I was staying in the bedroom that has 3 people. So when I found one of my roommates was still awake, I think was just waiting for me to come and tell me that to do the COVID test. They had already put for me a COVID test kit there. So they told me, oh, our colleague had COVID and we already did the COVID test and they were positive, they are negative, so we want you to do, you know. I already know, I'm not stupid because I sneezed in the morning, so they want me to do a COVID test to know whether they are safe or not. Yes, I did the COVID test and I gave them their own dose. Niliekelea hapa kwa mapua hapa hivi, and then I did their COVID test and put for them there and showed them it's negative. So what next? What do you want next? Of course, they told me that who had said we do COVID test. I asked the instructor, did you ask us to do any COVID test? He said no. He did not instruct anybody to do any COVID test. I didn't want it to go beyond that. I just left it there at that place. But I knew I'm staying with haters. I knew I was staying with haters. So it is okay. We continued. So that is the first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks in the rooms. You study online during the first 2 weeks. That's where the COVID issues was done here. After there, we started going to the classes. So the classes were so beautiful. I used to meet people who can speak English. You know, we could communicate with people. You know, we at least there are instructors there. There are people in other classes. So you can talk to someone. At least you can talk to someone. And there came the toilet. I went to the toilet and found these papers that you spread on the toilet before you sit down. You know me, I'm not used to sitting on public toilets. There's no way I could sit on a public toilet. So I had to ask a friend. I was in the toilet. I had to call Eunice. Eunice, be blessed that away. What are these papers for? She told me, good question. Those are papers that you need to spread on the toilet for you to sit comfortably and pee. I was like, do people sit on? I've never known people sit on toilets in public. I know you just squat, pee, and then you go wherever you are. You don't sit. In America, you have papers you spread and sit. That was a culture shock. I don't know if it's a culture shock or I was just, mtu nimetoka tu shago, you know. Anyway, I learned that. So that was that was in now Avant classes. That was the place I used to enjoy. The 4 weeks, I enjoyed them because we met so many people. But coming back to the house, I will come to the house, just put my books and go to my friend's house, stay there until 11 and come back to sleep. Na hiyo ndio ilikuwa life. So and then we used to, the English there was okay. We used to understand each other. And then I had to come to Montana. When I came to Montana, now I'm going to my institution. No, before I go to my institution here, I bought my car before I came on Thursday. So on Friday, I've been given my car. No, I was given on Saturday. So on Saturday evening. So on Sunday, I do practice how to go to the work and come back. On Monday, I need to go to work now. Where I can't get that car out of the garage. Nimeshindwa kabisa, gari haitaki kutoka kwa garage. I don't know, I've placed it this way, I've placed it this way. It can't come out. Now I need to go to work. But this was my first driving experience in America. I was not driving back home. So hapa ndio nilikuja kujifunzia driving. Asa, I'm not able to get the car out of the garage and I need to go to work. I just stayed there, looked at it, and then thank God, thank heavens, somebody came with his dog. You know, in the morning, early in the morning, they walk the dogs around, and I told him, please get my car out of the garage. I need to go and I'm stuck. I don't know how to get it out. So that is just a young boy. He gave me the dog to hold the dog. Hey, Jesus. I've never in my life kushikilia dogi. So he handed over his dog to me. You see, I'm so uncomfortable. He handed over and then he went to the car to get it out. He did it just in 1 second or how many seconds, got the car out. And I gave back his dog and then I went. From then, I've never had issues getting the car. I saw what he was doing, so I realized it's just a matter of thinking of where do you want the car to go to, where do you want the car to go to. That's all. Yeah, anyway, it was such a long process. Anyway, we finished with the car getting out of the garage. That was the first day on Monday. On Tuesday, I managed to get my car out of the garage, but now getting out, I went and hit my garage. It was 6 a.m. There is nobody on the knee, and I've gotten out my car. That was at least a progress. But now getting out, I went to hit their garage again, slightly. Then I went. So I hit and then I went. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, it happened, but now I know how to do those things. It's just a way of thinking of what you are doing. So after there, I went to work, and at my workplace is where I noticed our English is very different from these people's English. They are not understanding your English, and you can't understand theirs. But with time, I get to understand. And so people are asking me, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Repeat it. Please repeat it. And you ask them, please repeat it. What do you want? What do you mean? But nowadays, at least you know what people are saying. I know what people are saying, and they are talking about, and they understand me. So that is just a milestone. So guys, those are just things I sit down and I laugh at, and I share with friends. They tell me their own horrible moments, their own silly moments. Let me say these are silly moments, my silly moments in America. But it is okay, we learn from these moments, okay? So guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing my content. Thank you for subscribing. Please keep subscribing, and thank you for liking and all your advices. I really appreciate. And then I want to thank people. I noted that I didn't know that this thing is going all over the world. I have people in India. I get messages from India. I get messages from Ghana. I get messages from South Africa, and most of them are from Kenya. I appreciate you. The other day I was told by a friend of mine that someone in the church asked her, do you know that lady who has a YouTube channel? And I was like, oh, okay, even America, they know me. Thank you so much for spreading your love, for loving me. Thank you. I appreciate. I don't know how to appreciate you guys. The only thing I will say, continue sharing. Tell your friends to tell your friends to tell your friends to come here and have a chat with me. Thank you so much. See you on my next video. Bye bye.